President of Nתניה Academic College and Dean of the School of Health Systems Management, Professor Adara Barmor, Head of MA Degree Program, School of Law, Dr. Yecheskel Margalit, and Jonathan Cannir, dear students and guests. I'm happy to speak to you at this important conference on the future of abortions. First of all, let me be clear. The right to have an abortion is healthcare. Family planning and reproductive rights are critical to women's health. The autonomy, and I would even say the sovereignty of a woman to make choices over her own body and life is a basic human right. You can really see the status of women in a certain country through the lenses of abortion and reproductive rights. Laws limiting the choice to have an abortion are a way to control and oppress women. It is impossible to talk about this issue without addressing the decision of the US Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade in last June. This unfortunate decision sends us 100 years back in time. I believe that the core purpose of this decision of the US Supreme Court is to oppress women. The implications of banning abortions are broad, but above all, it is a matter of extensive damage to women's health. That's anyway the position that we hold here in Israel. Banning abortions will have a clear and definite result: the loss of many women's lives, particularly women from a low socioeconomic status background, or to put it simply, poor women. Some say that a woman who wishes to end a pregnancy will find a way to do so. But the question is, at what cost and at what risk? Thankfully, Israel is at a very different situation than the US on this matter. Here, abortion is still regulated. It is still not a woman's fully independent choice, but our procedures and access are already much, much better. And recently, I improved them even more. We took an outdated set of laws more than 50 years ago and updated them to the 21st century. Women won't be questioned anymore with personal, humiliating, interrogating questions on their sexual practices, for instance. They won't be forced to meet with a social worker, but one will be available for them if they wish to have one. And medicinal and early stage abortions will be available in the community, in our Kupot Cholim, HMOs, clinics, not just in hospitals, up to the 12th week. To me, the health system should be the flagship of equality, of human rights. We must create a system that reduces disparities and provides health for everyone, for all the people. A system that promotes health and quality of life regardless of sex, gender, race, or economic background. We must protect Israel's position on this issue and make sure that the US Supreme Court decision will be a standalone setback and not the beginning of a global trend to retract women's rights. Unfortunately, also here in Israel, we have some elements who wish to overturn our recent decisions and to take us back 50 years or 100 years back. And we won't let them do so. So I want to thank you all for your attention to this important subject and I wish you all an interesting and fruitful discussion, and of course, Shana Tova, Happy New Year, תודה ולהתראות.